Dude, when Tommy Coughlin is on and he's cooking, there's no stopping the guy. Like, when he is on his heater, when he's just doing what he's got to do, Tommy Coughlin is hitting nukes left, right, and center. Like, literally in this series, he hit a shit ton to the left, he had a few to the right. I don't know, but Tommy Coughlin, 4 home runs on the day, bro. He dominated. Bro, that one rocket, that one pitch missile that Tommy sent over the damn scoreboard and onto the street, bro, yeah, that ball, like, that was never going to land. That thing would have flown all the way up to Canada, let's be dead honest here. And yeah, congrats, Prez 2023. But I would, let's be honest, I wouldn't say that so fast considering the other series that we're covering in this video. Somehow gives the Prez a chance still. Anyways, guys, speaking of that, welcome back to the AJ Plays channel. And today we got another Discord reaction. Today that is going to be between the Pacific Predators and the Midwest Mallards in the Philadelphia series, as well as the Coastal Cobras and Eastern Eagles. Let's get to it. You know things are dire for the Preds if we got Discord boys literally, like, they almost tagged Ward. Like, I think a few of them actually did tag Ward, literally with their, you know, their player details, their scouting report, you know. So some of the pitches they throw, the pitches they hit, like, dude, like, bro, Ward, we'll get into all of this because there's a lot of it to cover in this video. But holy crap, like, honestly, Preds, bro, I mean, you're 2-7. Like, we got to start figuring things out here. About a week ago, we were talking about BDZ trades to the Preds because they can really use that second arm. And in this series, Davenport let up 11 runs in like 2.5 innings pitched or whatever it was. His value just tanked. Granted here, I'll give him this. This was a hitter's friendly ballpark because the dimensions were way too short. Like, bro, first base was literally right beside the right field wall, okay? Third base beside the left field wall. Like, this was a much shorter ballpark, meaning a lot more nukes, a lot more blasts, a very hitter friendly ballpark. Obviously, like, some of the stuff that Tommy Coughlin hit, they were nukes. Russell did hit 1 or 2. Long story short, like, I'm not going to discredit any of the guys that actually hit the home runs and, like, were doing well in the series. But at the same time, this was not a good day if you were a pitcher. And, like, McGlade and Davenport definitely felt the effects of that. Bro, Carlington has been figuring it out, and I'm being dead honest. When this team is fully healthy, the lineup of Robles, Coughlin, Irwin, and Carlington, that 4... that can be pretty damn dangerous. And, like, they were missing Irwin this series. They still won the series 2-1. I'm being dead honest. I really like the way Carlington has been hitting the ball. Very solid contact. A little bit more power can really, like, be beneficial to the Mallards lineup. But he's become a really solid contact bat. He's getting on base quite a bit. And you know what, dude? I really like what I'm seeing in Carlington. Mallards can be pretty damn scary if all the pieces fall in place. Oh, the Preds offense right now has been nothing short of a tragedy. I don't know. Like, okay, Russell's heating up. That's good. Crouch has been solid the whole season. That's great. Fourth hitter's been a concern, but Alec Warda has been a disappointment this season. He has not been the Alec Warda we know and love in the past. This is the first time he hasn't been an all-star in, like, I don't know, anywhere from 6 to 7 years. Matty Bo! There has always been this uncertainty beside Davenport. Like, we don't know, like, what value he's got to the Mallards. We don't know what value he has to any team anymore. Like, and every time trade speculations come up, all of a sudden they vanish. Because by the next series, things just don't look good for Davenport. And it's just, I don't know what the Mallards can do with this guy. But right now, I don't think he's got a role with the Mallards. Again, no. You don't cut Davenport. I'm sorry, because this was a hitter's ballpark. Through and through, this was a hitter's ballpark. Davenport is not one of the strongest 2 arms in the league. He's got the potential to be, but he's got to work on his game quite a little bit. And as for Preston Colm, again, dude, it's 3 series into his young MLW career. He's still a young kid. Give him time. He's going to adjust. Like, he had a pretty good first series. He just hasn't shown up recently. You know what? It's okay. He's going to be okay. However, missing out on Walgate, that kind of stings. What is that trade offer? That trade makes no sense. That trade makes no sense to me because, again, they definitely can still compete. And as for ECK, hey, we needed a new mod, and I figured, bro, he's been here for 2 years, so he's probably one of the most well-liked in the community, one of the more mature kids we got. So you know what? He was due. ECK was due for his promotion to a mod in the Discord, so welcome on board, buddy. And yeah, no, McGlade, Warda, Coleman, Davenport were kind of mid to that. To say the least. They were kind of, you know, I don't know if I want to say certain words, but they were not good. If you guys are letting Bandana Tom over here, like, absolutely clown and run your franchise, bro, I think there's a little bit of an issue. Like, this shouldn't be happening. Okay, yeah, Warda, you're right, but in this series context, Coleman, Davenport are, yeah, you can pitch to them if you absolutely have to. Let's be dead honest. Like, they are not the most elite guys. You can throw a pitch to them if you absolutely have to. Yup. again, this guy, I swear, every time he gives the greatest, like he gives a great takes. Again, we all wrote off Barron after 2021. We didn't even know what his role would be, and then he comes back and wins a Cy Young the next season. It's just such a small sample size because you got to take into consideration the regular season that's like 5 days. That's 5 days. It's not even that long that you actually get to see guys and how they perform. So you got to give it like at least 2 seasons to see like how well can a guy play. Like again, same thing with Trey Flood. Last year we didn't know, but this season he's an all-star. Like there's a lot of guys that have had that second-year turnaround because we actually see what they can do. You can't write them off after one season. You got to give them two, at least two. So possibly saying that Colm like doesn't deserve to be drafted number 2 overall after 3 series is a little bit, it's concerning. So I don't even know how he stumbled onto the topic of the Diamondbacks somehow. Again, it's an NL, like, it does, again, implications toward the NL. Can the Mallards make a run at that first seed? Oh, yeah, for sure. Thing is, Diamondbacks, is Jonah Heath really him when it comes to the second half? Seriously, he is. He has always been okay, not excellent in the first, but he's always turned it up a notch and performed at like a top tier in the second half every single season. So we'll see if he does the same thing this year because last year, terrible first half, but you know what? Him and the D-backs got things like really going toward the end, and he was pretty much that X factor. He drove that. And then as for like 2020, he showed up and he turned around the team as well. Like again, Jonah Heath is a second half kind of guy. I just wanted to point that out because if we're talking about the Diamondbacks here in the NL, some people are writing off Jonah Heath. Don't write off Jonah Heath. So I now present a pretty interesting topic of discussion, the whereabouts of Jake Longman. This is a guy who has been trying to get into MLW for, let's say, 5 seasons now, and the Preds give him a shot. This is also somebody who, in 3 series, has not shown up for the Preds a single time. Now, every team and every manager, they work with Kyle to make sure that, like, every single player can show up to the series and just try to make it the best availability possible. Like, when can you guys show up? Cool. If majority picks one day, then they choose that day. Problem is, Longman just has not been available as of late. And the thing is now, Ward is getting a little bit frustrated with that. Because Ward, he loves Longman. But the thing is, he's just not been... Like, he's got other things going on, but he just does not have the time, it seems, for MLW. And in that case, Ward is also a little bit annoyed because he had this one draft pick lined up, but apparently it was disapproved of. I'm not too sure, but this is what Ward has said, that his draft pick was actually disapproved of. It's not that we're, like, discrediting Longman here, because he's definitely a good whiffler. We've seen it. But it hurts knowing that you had a guy that was committed 100%. You were told no. You bring in another guy who you like, but he just can't show up for any series. And that's what's killing the Preds right now. The absence of Jake Longman is absolutely killing the Preds. Tommy Coughlin loves his ham sandwiches, buddy. That's all I'm going to say. This guy always makes a sandwich before every series, and then he just becomes an absolute menace. Like, I don't know. Tommy, do you put steroids in these? Like, can someone drug test Tommy Coughlin after he eats a sandwich? Can someone please? The elitist players are given to teams that are, just awful. 2021, Mallards got Robles, and they were garbage, and the Magic were even more garbage, and they were given Grant Miller. Now, as for 2023, if the Preds finish at, a very bad pace still... They're still a solid enough team on paper that Kyle probably won't allow that to happen. Like, they'll have to, go out and find, a younger guy, at a tournament or something. Which, I mean, he can definitely still help. But they are not going to get, one of the GOATs that, a Robles guy plays with. They're not going to get someone of that caliber. Kyle's just not going to let that happen. I don't know, buddy. Can you pick lottery numbers for me? Because how the hell did you call this? Basically, every user just started throwing their applications for the fourth batter's second pitcher position. So he says this. Oh my god, bro. This is my exact draft profile. Draft profile. There you go. I can do math. I'll show up to the series if you pay me. Yeah, cool. I live in Canada. That's the problem. And I'm not the greatest. I've been working on the pitches a little bit, but I'm not the greatest. We'll make that clear now. I'm not him. I'm not. But we're working, and that's what matters. Progress. We're working. So I'm going to be dead honest here. When this series was played, I didn't watch this until 12 hours after the fact. I watched this at 4 a.m. 3:34 a.m. Because if you want any context, I missed all this, and I'm just getting pings like, oh, AJ plays is going to be great, AJ plays, and I'm like, Guys, I'm not home. The weekend this happened, I was up at a cottage celebrating, the Canada Day weekend, just, getting together with a lot of my buddies. Haven't seen, like, some of them in months, maybe a year at this point. So it's like, boys, let's run it back. We did this last year, we're doing it again this very season, and that's what we ended up going ahead and doing. So I ended up watching this series at literally 4 in the morning, bro. I am seeing a lot of parallels between the 2022 D-backs and the 2023 Preds. They won the first game, 1-5 after slate 2, 2-7 after slate 3. They ended up playing when I went to my cottage, but like last year, Gators D-backs happened on that cottage weekend, and I watched that at 3 in the morning. Same thing with this series. I watched it at 3 in the morning. Bro, if this happens, if they win the World Series, I'm like, whichever team is 2-7, when I go up to the cottage again next year, it's over. They're winning it all. They're winning it all. I'm sorry, that is bull. This is bull. This is bull crap. I'm sorry. In baseball, if every L counts as an inning, like .1 of an inning, okay? Crouch came in for .2 innings, not one full inning. Just because he threw one pitch does not mean he pitched a full inning. He threw .2 innings in game number 2. For game 3, he should have been allowed 2.1 regulation innings. McGlade gave up that home run that basically lost the Preds series, okay? Why the sudden rule change? Why the hell did this happen out of nowhere? That makes no sense to me. That's bull. That's actually bull crap. I'm sorry. I feel like the Preds were cheated out of a win because that rule, I'm sorry, it makes no sense. This is something MLW's had for a few years now, and everything was going great until now. What the hell? I'm going to tell you one thing. I don't think we're going to see Hammer happier than whatever we see in this series here. So this should be fun because the Eagles absolutely whooped ass. That was an ugly first game from Baranowski, but thankfully, honestly, Sawyer Bian's been pitching equal, if not better than Baron this season. I'm going to give him that. Bian has actually been pretty damn solid on the mound, so at least they got him as a backup plan. But the fact that they have to throw on Chris Baranowski, that should be, I wouldn't say concerning about Brendan, but, I mean, you know what, maybe it was an off day. Let's hope it was an off day. The Cobras need Baranowski to get back on track, because this is ugly. Nah, bro, what the hell did Chris Baranowski do to you, man? Zach Whalen, I swear to God, he is always the most underrated. This guy just does, okay, I feel like we talk about him being underrated so much that he's actually properly rated now and given enough appreciation. But the thing is, Zach Whalen, this guy always comes out of nowhere. He does his job every single time, I swear, every single time. Holy crap. Whalen could have made the All-Star game. Did Whalen make the All-Star game? Hold on a minute. Did Whalen got voted in, but Whalen just couldn't show up for the series. Oh, that stinks. The Daniel Schultz slander is still going absolutely crazy. Dan, I hate you. What are you doing? Bro, let the guy be. I feel bad for Dan, but like, I mean, I don't know. Well, what's gotten into Daniel Schultz? He has not been himself, bro. What is going on with Daniel Schultz? I know his pitching movement. He's not doing as well as he used to. He's doing things differently, and I don't know why. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, man. I don't understand. But let's slow down a little bit on the Blade Walker slander, because he then proceeded to throw an absolute gem in Game 2. I don't know where that came from, but he threw a very solid game in Game 2, and then he went ahead and he hit a game-winning home run in Game 3. Blade Walker had a pretty damn good series, and you know what? Let the guy show up. He's a fantastic personality, bro. He acts like a child at the time. He's a goofball. We love him. And if he can actually perform like he just did in that series, you know what, dude? If these guys get your guys back, they're back on track already. Like, they're 4-5. The Eagles, once again, I think that, like, this could be the year. I don't know. I don't know anymore, bro. Like, I wish I knew. I don't know. Like, you don't know in this league. You never know. Because who saw the Eagles sweeping the Cobras? Who the hell saw the 1-5 Eagles coming in and storming back and winning 3 straight against the Cobras? I don't think anybody saw that. I think Dan's got to be dealing with some kind of injury, because there's no way he'll have a fall off this bad. I mean, like, you could say Tommy Coughlin from 2020 to 2021. Coughlin wasn't even that good in 2020. I'll be dead honest. 2020, well, like, the drop-off that Dan has had from last year, he's just fallen off, sadly. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Like, what do you do with Daniel Schultz? I mean, he's the manager. What does he do with himself? He's gonna play Allen, like, a lot of the time now. He might throw Walker in more series than he's gonna throw himself. He's gonna be in the lineup. He's just got to figure it out, man. I'm confident. He's a 13-year veteran. Well, how many years is 14 years. This league's been around 14 years. He's a veteran. He's gonna bounce back. Blade Walker Appreciation Day, baby. It's always it's a beautiful world when Blade Walker is playing like a very solid the 2P 4H. Like, that is what the Eagles need from him right now, because Landon's hurt still. They need Blade Walker to step up and be that solid 4H 2P. Okay, I think that's what we're going to start referring to the 4-hitter 2-pitcher, because that's what a lot of the league has become. Each team has a designated 4th hitter, 2nd pitcher. That now, for the Eagles, right now that's kind of Blade Walker, because Daniel Schultz ain't doing it. Daniel Schultz is not doing it, and Landon is hurt. So Walker stepped into that 4H2P role, and you know what? It's kind of working now. A few minutes later, Sawyer Bean hits a home run, and you know what? I don't know if that makes him completely deserving of an All-Star appearance. His pitching, honestly, is very worth it. His pitching is worthy of an All-Star appearance. Problem is, Cratch, Kyle, Walgate, do they really need Bean to pitch? They could. By all means, they might. But with that kid's, like, drop ball, they might throw him on the mound anyways. Who knows? I'm confident in Bean, honestly. You know what? He's started seeing the ball better in that series. His pitching's been solid, dude. You know what? Cobras, if they can get Bean to turn things around, and he's been improving in that last series, he really did improve a little bit. You know what? Cobras, don't count yourselves out yet. Again, make the playoffs, anything can happen. Look at the D-backs last year, 5-10, and they went ahead and won the whole thing. Wait, Dan got a hit? Dan hit the ball! See, I can very well go ahead and make a joke right here about the Sim League. But the Magic are currently leading the Sim League, and there's no way they possibly miss the playoffs because they have 2 5-star hitters. They have a 4.5... Wait, did Maddox Coleman get upgraded to 5-star pitcher as well? I got no idea. But at the end of the day, bro... yeah, you know how to deal with underperforming teams because your team was mid for the first 5-6 years that you were, owner. Sadly. Sorry, your team was mid. All my homies love Blade Walker. All my homies love Blade Walker. This alarm, I swear to God. Trust me, the league is going to start seeing RJ Walgate soon. There's no way he's going to keep dominating like this. Eagles are definitely back. Cobras, you still got your pick next season. You're going to be fine. And the Preds are clawing back into contention, dude. I want Sawyer Bean to succeed. I want the kid to succeed. Okay. Also, something that should be acknowledged. Welcome back, Jace, to the main server. Welcome back, Jace, to Discord Reacts. And also, why is this water pipe next to me? It sounds like it's about to burst. I might want to move and record somewhere. I don't know which Blade is funnier. Blade with like short hair and just a cap, or Blade with just a bunch of hair just flowing out of the cap. I don't know which one's funnier, but I think I like this Blade a little bit better. This one seems to have like, I don't know, personality's kind of the same. But I feel like this one seems more childish. The other one seems more mature. This one I like though. I like this one because he acts more like a child in this state. Like, I don't know, man. Blade Walker's the best, bro. I'll be dead honest. I think the Magic series tomorrow is definitely going to showcase something. Magic Wildcats. But let's be dead honest. Yeah, you're right. Any single team that plays the Wildcats is screwed. If the Wildcats don't make the World Series somehow this season, I don't know. It's going to look like a bust. I don't know how good Walgate's going to be able to tame Sailor, Schultz, Pearson, and by some miracle, Liam Dan Jackson. Bro. Oh, Dark is here just trying to decide whiffs or women. Whiffs or women. Listen, I love it. I absolutely love, going to get your girl. Like, that's fine. Whiffs or women? I mean, I love women. But... wiffle ball is something else. Wiffle ball is something else. Meanwhile, the Preds and the Cobras are just in a mid-off right now. Let's be dead honest here. Whichever team makes it, I'm sorry. I think Walgate could destroy them, but then the Wildcats will dispose of Walgate and the Magic come the ALCS. Priorities, Dark. Priorities, buddy. Yes. Priorities. Yes. Yes. Whiffs over women. Yeah. Oh, my God. I have a feeling this is gonna come back to bite me in the ass sooner or later. Yeah, this is gonna come back to this is gonna come back to kill me. I'm telling you right now. Dark TMI, this is a family-friendly server. No, we don't do this. You promote a family-friendly server. What do you do? I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the. Okay, cut the recency bias. Okay, Ryan Cratch is still damn solid, and he was in a hitter's ballpark in that last series. Okay, I'm not saying that Words. I'm not saying that the Preds would have won the series, but don't say they have no pitching, because Ryan Crash is doing whatever the hell he can at this point. And now, as for Andy Durant, for those who still don't know, Andy Durant basically got a really good opportunity regarding football. I think he ended up getting a scholarship. So, long story short, sadly, right now, Andy's playing days are on hold because they don't want to risk any injury. So, Andy Durant hasn't really come out for any series yet, which is a little bit sad. He's a Polar Penguins legend. He's always been in my heart. The 2027 season as a Polar Penguin, y'all don't know. Andy Durant was a menace, but God, 2027 was such a fun year in Sim, bro. Let's be dead honest. Right now, there's no difference between the Cobras and Preds. Y'all both stink. Kindly enough, right now you guys are both not good. Sadly, you guys are not good. That's all I'm gonna say. You guys have been both. Each of you guys got swept. At one point this season, the hitting has been very poor on both ends. Being Crash, Varanowski, it's some solid pitching, but just not enough. Not even close to enough. And I can be honest with you, I can maybe see the Gators taking two from the D-backs and possibly tying up the Eagles here. I could, because Jorgensen's playing at a very solid pace right now, and even Cheatham, let's be honest, on the mound, he's been solid enough, and he always has the D-backs number. Chadwick's batting 300 on the season, dude. The NL is actually like, the AL right now is pretty bad, but I feel like the NL is actually going to be really competitive. A lot of teams right now can be 4-5 by the break. Yeah, D-backs could be 6-3, and every other team could be 4-5. It can be an absolute dogfight in the second half, and I'd love to see that. Y'all, I really don't think the Gators are getting swept, They always have the D-backs number. They always do. The Gators will definitely do something to the D-backs today. Well, next week. They'll definitely take at least one game. We'll say that. They'll definitely end up at least 3-6 by the break. They could be 4-5. I don't think they sweep. There's no way in hell they sweep. If they sweep, all of a sudden they're 5-4. So are the D-backs. Wow. The NL is really damn close. I don't think they sweep. But the Gators would definitely they gotta win a game. They gotta win a game just to keep themselves contending. But if they steal two, you know what? Hey, they're in still a pretty damn good spot. Can someone tell me why the hell we're talking about Drew Davis being thick here? Bro, what? Wildcats have the least of the concerns right now, being dead honest, okay? Preds hitting garbage. Cobras, Drew even had a bad series. The hitting is definitely a concern for every AL team right now. For the Magic, I don't know if Curdy can actually step up and all of a sudden become like a 250. If Curdy's a 250 hitter by the end of the season, that's funny. To me, that's funny. Bonham, keep getting on base. Like, maybe hit the ball. Maybe hit a few home runs. Agner, figure it out. Ackerman, buddy. Like, come on. We want to see you guys do something. The Cobras, I think Flynn and Beam will definitely turn things around for sure. Don't write that team off at all. And then as for the Preds, Russell's heating up. Crouch has been okay. Warda, Ramirez, McGlade, jeez. And then find Longman. Somebody find Longman. Hey, stop. Give Jay Chatty his respect. He's still bad at 300. Give him his respect. Give him his props. He's not been that bad. And as for Drew, no, Drew's definitely right. No team is out of it yet. Definitely not. After this series, Preds definitely still have the door wide open. The door has been swung open because of the Cobras' performance. But because of one bad day, you can't write off a single team. That's what we've learned this season especially. Can't write them off. Warda has said it. Drew has said it. Allen has said it. A lot of guys have said that. You know what? We'll bounce back. Cobras are due to bounce back. They'll be okay. It can still definitely be a dogfight in both sides right now. The NL is definitely a lot closer. The AL is definitely going to be shaken up a little bit by Wildcats Magic, which is going out tomorrow. This should be interesting. It'll be an interesting second half. At this point, let our Lord and Savior hit, because I don't know what's going on with both Baranowskis. Flynn didn't have a great series. I would have just thrown Gus in there. I would have. I'm not joking. Gus was there. I know Gus was there. I believe he was. I think he was. Why didn't Gus play? I think I'm gonna give NDD the new title of being the banner meme guy, because he's definitely like, yeah, they could come off as a little bit cringeworthy, but you know what? He's putting the effort in, and I like the effort. Some of these, they you know what? Perfect timing. A lot of these are sent at perfect times. You know what? I'm not going to get mad. I appreciate the effort, buddy. They have risen. Watch out. They have woken up. They're out of their coffin. Watch out. Picnic table is public enemy number one. Picnic table is public enemy number one. I can't, dude. I freaking can't. God damn it, Drew. Let's keep things simple here to just close things out. repeating what I said, basically, let's stop judging things off of one series. Let's let all the slates. I'd say the first half. Let's let the first half play out before we make any judgments on a team, because things just turn around so quickly. The Eagles got swept by the D-backs, and then they sweep the Cobras. I don't know if it was an off day. I don't know what the case was, but they bounced back so well. And then you see a team like the Cobras who come off a series win where like things were rolling, and then they got destroyed. See a team like the Mallards who got destroyed against. Well, I'm gonna say destroyed. Just like yeah, they got swept against the Wildcats, but then they still bounced back and they win 2 out of 3. Like you don't know. This league is just so damn confusing. I don't know what to say anymore about any of this stuff. But all I know is that, you know what, things remain competitive across the board after these series. It's still a fight. Every single team still has a chance, and that's great that we still have that after every single series. Between the bottom teams, let's say, in this second half, that's good. That's good. Anyways, y'all, that's going to be it for this Discord Reacts. This one's going to be a bit of a longer one, around 25 minutes. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this one. Magic Wildcats is going to go up tomorrow. This is going to be going up any minute now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to see you guys all next time. Peace out, y'all.